Welcome back inside our Ustream coverage here from National Signing Day 2011. Ronan O'Shea joined by number one, Jerrell Young, a member of the USF football team. And Bulls fans, those of you inside the chat room right now, be sure to get your questions into him right now. Simply write them into the chat room. I'll get a couple of them over to the Bulls player here. And I just want to take a moment here and look back on the last season for you. An 8-win season, a trip to the Meineke Car Care Bowl. It must be pretty special when you look back on the year, a year of transition under first-year head coach Skip Holtz, yet so much was able to be accomplished.
Yes, I think it was a good year. Could have been better, but I mean, we did better than a lot of people expect us to do under first-year coach. The new system for offensive and defensive, new terminology. I think we did okay, but looking forward to a great year next year.
Does anything stand out to you more than that big interception late in the game at Miami? I mean, it was really a turning point, of course, in that game, and really that win meant so much to this program when you look back on the history of USF football.
Yes, that was a good play, good interception. Had teammates that got there for me, but the moment I look back on is probably the last practice on the practice field and the underclassmen carrying the seniors off and know how much work they put into the program because they the one started for all us. So, I mean, that was probably the biggest point for me.
A very special day for football as a bunch of 18-year-olds start to make the commitment to coming to the University of South Florida. When you look back on what this day meant to you a few years ago, just tell me what the whole process was like for you. Obviously, USF committed a lot to you, wanting you to come here. Just what was signing day like for you a few years ago?
Well, I mean, I committed my junior year. So, I mean, it was really because I knew a lot of people. I knew Dre, me and Andre Hall, same neighborhood. We always worked out together. I knew Marquell before I came here. Knew Glenn. I mean, it was really easy for me. I mean, a lot of schools came on late, but it really wasn't a question. I didn't want to leave a program that was building up in my own backyard, so that's why I came here.
Do you get a sense of relief, though, when you send in the paperwork and you know that it's a done deal?
Yeah, it's always a sense of relief, and you know that you're going to college and you're going to play big-time football in the BCS conference. I mean, it's a joy and it's pride that you bring your family, your mom, your dad, and your little league coaches, high school coaches, everyone who help you put in so much work and knowing that they're happy for you.
Let's step inside the chat room here for a moment. We have a question from Jason. He wants to know a lot of big names lost on defense going into next year. Do you still expect the defense playing at that high intensity level, which we saw last year, despite losing some of those big names?
I mean, I look at it as South Florida, we've always been known for defense. I mean, we're always going to play defense. We're always going to play fast. We're from Florida. I really think we're going to be better than what we were last year. We lost a couple big players, and like we lost the year before with Nate, Murphy, and Keon. But we South Florida, we're reload. We're from Florida.
Jim inside the chat room wants to know what it's going to take for USF to win the Big East Conference next year.
In my eyes, what it's going to take, I think just working hard. I mean, offensively we have the talent, defensively we have the talent, special team we have the talent with T-Rex and Lindsey going, and defensive with Jerrell and Acox and AJ and Sterling coming back on offense. A lot of firepower over there, and we got a lot of returnees on defense that played a whole lot and got a lot of reps and a lot of rotation. So I mean, it's going to be a fair year.
Individually with your game as you get set to move towards spring football and then getting into summer and then moving ahead to next season, what do you want to improve most about your game?
Just the little things. I mean, just technique and knowing what's run, what's pass, reading the lineman, reading my keys, and doing more of the little things instead of just focus on the big things.
Well, it was fun watching you play this year. Of course, that interception against Miami, one of the definitive plays, I think, that stands out from this past season. What are you looking forward to, though? Lastly, before I let you go, what are you looking forward to most about getting to know some of these new recruits as they get set to come in and help you contribute and win football games at USF?
I mean, it's always a good thing when you got young players coming in. It seems like every year you get a freshman, 2 or 3, that come in and going to help you win. And we can do like we did last year with Mark Joyce and Terrence Mitchell, some of the guys coming in playing right away and helping build depth behind us. It'd be a great year.
All right, good talking to you, Jerrell Young. And again, Bulls fans, get your questions in here at gousfbulls.com inside the chat room. For now, though, head on over to the Bulls Vision feed where Jim Lauk is sitting down with the offensive coordinator of the Bulls, Todd Fitch.